Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Among the Stars Celebrity Perfume Reviews. So today I'm actually not doing a review, but I'm actually doing kind of like a sum up of my weekend in Chicago. A lot of you guys know that I had posted last week early on that I was taking a social media break, and that was because I went to Chicago this weekend, and me and my husband went to Chicago for like a vacation just for fun. And I kind of just deleted everything off my phone, and we just had a fun weekend, just me and him, without really being on our phones too much, and just kind of enjoying each other and enjoying the weekend. So part of what we did this weekend was kind of just going and having fun. We did a little shopping while we were there, and I'm going to show you guys kind of the stuff we got and tell you like some of the stuff we did. So when we first went there, the first day we went there was Friday, and we got in town, and we kind of just roamed Chicago. And when I went there, one of the first stores we went to was Burlington Coat Factory, and I'd never been to a Burlington Coat Factory. I have heard of them. I know we have some here in Iowa, but we went there, and I actually got a really, really good deal. I got both of these, which are both of the Snooki perfumes, for $25 for both of them together, and I got both of them, which was really cool. I was really glad that I got both of them. I've been wanting both of these for a while, but I just didn't really want to spend a whole lot on them, so I'm kind of glad I did get both of those. Another thing I got perfume-wise that I've been wanting to get this for a really, really long time, and it is a full-size bottle of Believe. Now the story behind this is I've had many opportunities to go and get a full-size bottle of Believe, but I wanted this particular box. Now, anybody who knows something about Britney Spears knows that her first three big perfumes that she launched were Curious, Fantasy, and Believe. Were the first three big ones, and then Radiance kind of came in there too. But when the first three big ones got launched, they all three had special boxes. And I have the original box for Fantasy and Curious, but I've been wanting the Believe original box, and I could have got this in a 1-ounce bottle a really long time ago, like the original this box in a 1-ounce, but I figured I already had a 1-ounce and I didn't need two of them, so I figured I would just get and wait until I got it in a full size, because then I could just kill two birds with one stone. So I finally got it, and this is the original box. And the cool thing about this is, instead of it just, you pulling open the top and pulling it out from the side, it actually splits in half like this, and Believe sits out there on the inside. This is a really, really cool box, and I really like it. But there's a story about this box and bottle. So we got this on Sunday, so the last day we were there. And we actually went to the mall to get something completely different and ended up with a couple other things, including this. And as we were walking the mall, the first store I went to had this, and they wanted $40 for this, or $45, I don't remember, for the full size, which wasn't terrible, because I've seen it go for a lot more on eBay in the cut box. And I figured, okay, $40, $45 was not too terrible to spend, and I would go ahead and get it. Well, as I was checking out, the store had a sign on their cash register that said that they had the guaranteed lowest prices in the mall. Well, as we were walking through, I ran into a Perfume Mania, and they had the same thing. They didn't have the cut box, but they did have the same full-size bottle of Believe for $30. And after we got done with our shopping and got some of the other things we got, I decided to go back to the store and just bitch. Because I was like, if I'm going to be spending $45 on a bottle of perfume, it's going to mean something, which this does mean something. But if I can get it for less, I'm going to get it for less. So I went back to the store, and the lady at the store did not want to give me a refund at all. She did not want to take the $15 off. There was a couple other perfumes there that she wanted, and she told me, oh, I'll give you, if you spend this much more money, I'll give you this, and we'll just take it off of that. And I didn't really want to spend too much more than I had already spent, because they were kind of ripping me off in the first place, and I didn't really want to deal with it. And I was not going to leave the store until I got some sort of either my $15 back or something for the $15. And she tried giving me another bottle of Believe, and I really, like, Believe is a really nice scent, but it's not something I would want to spend another, like, would never use 2 full-size bottles of it, let alone using my 1-ounce bottle that I have. So there would be no reason for me to have 2 of it. But, so, you know, I was like, no, I don't want that. And I kept trying to get, they had Live Platinum there. And I've been searching for it for a while, and it's not something that's super hard to find because I know I can get it. But I was like, can I just have Live Platinum, you know, for the $15 extra? Gotta fix my light, sorry. And she's like, no, I'll sell it to you for $30. And I'm like, I know I can get it for less on eBay, so I don't really want to spend that much. And so I decided, I just told her no. I was like, is there something else I can get? And then she offered me the Believe bottle, and I was like, no, I don't really want that. And finally, I was getting pissed off, and she was getting pissed off, because they had a no refund policy at the store, so she was not going to refund me the $15. That was out of the question. But I was able to get her to give me something else, which, in my mind, $45 for this, and what she gave me for the extra $15 was totally worth it. Because I got a full-size bottle of Britney Spears' Fantasy, but it's got the neck crystals. Now, anybody who knows anything about this knows that the original Fantasy is the one that had the neck crystals, and then after a short amount of time, it was really, really hard to get the full-size bottle again, or get the neck crystals again on a full-size bottle. I have a 1.7. I had a 1 ounce. I gave the 1 ounce away, but I had I have a 1.7, and now I have a full size. Super happy that I have that, because now I have the neck crystals, which just adds to my collection. Now I just need to get a Midnight Fantasy bottle with the neck crystals, and we'll be good. Keeping within the perfume whatnot, I also went to, down in Chicago they had this thing called Market Days, and that's why we went to Chicago initially, when it was like the sum of our vacation. And they had this little place, a little booth was set up for soy candles. And I always like giving a little bit to small business and whatnot because it's just kind of fun. They had these candles on sale. The company is called the Chicago Soap and Candle Company, and they're made with 100% natural soy wax, clean burning, lasting longer than sorry, my dogs keep coming in here. Anyway, so 6-ounce candle, and it lasts a super long time apparently. I haven't actually burned these. I did put one on my candle warmer, and it did not work as like potently. But we got 5 of them for $20, which was a really, really good deal for how potent these do smell. The first one I got was the Black Raspberry and Vanilla. If anybody remembers, a few years back, Bath & Body Works had a line that smelled like this, the Black Raspberry and Vanilla. This smells just like their the lotion that they had for that. Next one I got was Cucumber Melon. Now, Cucumber Melon is actually one of my favorite scents in general. My 2 favorite like candle scents are always going to be Cucumber Melon and Sweet Pea. So I really like this one, but my husband absolutely hates this. Another one we got was Cookie Dough, which has a really like hazelnutty and like maple syrup scent to it, but it does smell really, really good. Another one, this was the one my husband picked out and was like, yep, we're getting it. We'll go ahead and get them. And he picked out the hot chocolate one. This was because before we went down there, we walked that thing with the name, Michigan Avenue. And we went to the Hershey store, and he had actually smelled the Hershey candles, and this smells just like the Hershey candles. But I mean, it was like $20 for a little Hershey candle, and we got 5 candles for $20. So this one really does smell like almost like Hershey syrup. And then the last one we got was called the $1 Million Shortcake. Like this one. And this one smells really, really good. It's really vanilla-y, but it's really kind of like a vanilla powder, but it smells super, super good. And another place that I had went that was just like really, really fun to go to, and I mainly went here because of my friend Melissa, who lives in Canada, has been telling me all about this place for a really, really long time, and kept telling me I needed to go there. But I'm really big on, if I'm going to try a new place out, I like going there before I go online, unless it's something I know I'm going to absolutely love. And with this place, I had checked them out online a couple times, and had picked out a couple items, but it was one of those, they're not a super cheap place, but they're not extremely expensive. But I really did not want to buy offline and not like what I bought. But we did go there, and it was Lush Fresh Handmade Cosmetics. This is the bag that I had got. And this place is really, really cool. I do like it. I'll probably go and buy some more stuff offline eventually. But the two things I got when I was in the Lush store was, first thing I got was this. And this is a Bath Fizz. I think this was like $6 or $7. It smells super, super good. It's called Space Girl. And it smells... It doesn't smell soapy, which is really, really good. But it does smell like a sweet tart or like a Fun Dip almost. And it smells super, super good, which I like. But the cool thing about it is it's got glitter on it. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this. So, like, now I have glitter on my fingers from touching it. No, it smells like Kool-Aid. Like, it smells like dry Kool-Aid mix. And I totally just inhaled it. And it smells super good, and I can't wait to take a bath with this and see what it does in the water. And give you guys, like, a update on it or something. The other thing I got when I was there that I actually bought was this thing called the Fun What a Softie. The lady described this to me as like bath Play-Doh. She says you can break pieces off and mold it and shape it into whatever you want. And as you play with it, it'll lather up in your hands. And then you can use it as soap. She says you can also take it and take small little pieces off and crumble them up underneath the faucet as a bathtub's running. And it'll make lots and lots of bubbles in the bathtub. Can't wait to try this because that'll be super relaxing. And then they gave me a free sample of this stuff called a Dirty Style Cream. Like that. It comes in this little itty bitty cosmetic jar. And it looks like this. There's like a white paste, but it smells very manly. But I would love to see how this works, just to kind of try it out. I don't remember how much I totally spent. We spent $13.33, and my Bath Fizzy was $5.25, and this stuff was $6.95. Both of them, I smelled this before I got it and played with it a little bit in the store, and they are really, really nice products. I do think I'm going to shop a little more at Lush, but it is a nice, fun thing. Another thing I had gotten there, and I don't live too terribly far from Chicago. I mean, I live it's about 3 or 4 hour drive, so it's not too terribly far. But we had stopped at a gas station in Chicago just to kind of do a pit stop, and they had these, which are the Fritos Flamin' Hot Fritos, and Taco Bell used to do like a Flamin' Hot Frito burrito or something like that, in which you could, like, they had these inside them. I used to work at Taco Bell a few years back, and I remember eating them. Like, we would eat them, whatever was left over the night, we would like divvy up and eat up because you couldn't save them, and they were super, super good, and I loved them, but you can never get them in a bag here. And I thought they were like a Taco Bell exclusive thing, but they're actually a thing you can buy. Another thing I had gotten similar to the Flamin' Hot Fritos was actually... Okay, sorry about that. My camera got full. But anyway, so like I was saying, the other thing that I got that was Flaming Hot, and I kind of liked the Flaming Hot line, was the extra Flaming Hot Cheetos, which I still have some of those left, not a whole lot. But the cool thing about those is a while back, probably about in 2005 or so, Cheetos had these things called the Asteroids, in which came in like these, like, they remind me of like a peanut container, but the top was a lid and you could pour them out and they were like these cheese ball puff things, like cheesy puffs, but they were like super flaming hot or whatever, and they were really, really, really good. I really liked them. I kind of liked, they were hot, they had a flavor to them, and I don't do hot stuff a lot, like I don't do jalapenos or peppers or anything like that, but I do like the flaming hot line, and I got those while I was there, and I wish I got another bag because, oh my god, I love these things. But anyway, so I got that, and then when we were at the Hershey store, I picked up these. These are the Twizzlers Fun Size Caramel Apple snack treats, and they were only like little tiny ones, and they're filled with caramel apple. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but we're getting in the fall season, which I love, like Halloween candy and stuff like that. But I also have this weird thing where I love weird candy or candy that you don't see very often, which is why I like flipped head over heels when my friend from Canada, or not Canada, from Australia, sent me Australian candy that we don't actually have here, and of course I got hooked on one of the candies from there. I love candy from all over the world and love seeing like the different things that, like, I know what the staples is like for candies are here, like Sweethearts and like stuff like that, but it's cool to see what's staple to you guys who live in different parts of the world, because it's so cool to see like the culture difference and like the stuff that you guys think are super good and whatnot, because I've just had this fascination with candy. But the other things that we did there was, the reason we went to the mall when I got my Britney Spears Believe was because I went to Build-A-Bear Workshop, which I don't know if it's outside North America or not, but it is this cool place where you can go and you pick like a bear. They're not all just bears, but they're stuffed animals, and they're not stuffed, they're just like the outside whatever. And then you could pick the bear, and then you pick clothes for the bear, and then you go and like you put a heart on the inside. You can also put like scents on the inside and like voices and heartbeats and other weird stuff on the inside, and then you dress it, or they stuff it and then they dress it, and then you can like give it a birth certificate and all this other stuff. But me and my husband made this little bear, and I think he's the super cutest little thing ever. My husband just picked out the clothes for it, and he decided to dress it after how I dress, because this is kind of how I dress on a weird day-to-day basis when I'm not filming videos for you guys. I'm just wearing t-shirts. But he's got this cute little like vest and tie tuxedo, and he's got like black blue jeans on and little boots, and he's a little panda. And I wish you guys had like, I wish there was this thing like Scent-O-Vision, because he smells like cotton candy, which is super cool, I think, just because a bear that smells like cotton candy, like how could you go wrong? But I also think it's cool because like it smells good, and I wear perfume all the time, so I smell good, and I don't know, super cool. Thought he was adorable. He's a Harajuku Hugs, which I think, if I remember right, is like part of the Gwen Stefani line, which is super, like, the super cool weird coincidence about this is I was talking to my friend Melissa from Canada, and she had went to Niagara Falls not too long ago, and she made a Build-A-Bear while she was there, and it was the same one. Not the same clothes, but same bear, which was super cool. This is why we're really good friends. But anyway, so my little Build-A-Bear, and the other cool thing while we were there, we went there on Sunday when I got my, like I said, I got my Believe. We had went to the Disney store, and my husband went in and surprised me with this. And anyone who knows a little bit about me knows I'm kind of obsessed with Disney, hence to like my Mickey Mouse tattoo. And I am obsessed with the movie Beauty and the Beast. It's my favorite Disney movie. He went in there and got me this, which I think is super freaking cute. It's a toddler version of Belle. They are called the Animators Collection, like this. And it comes in this box that she'll probably never come out of. She'll probably stay in this box forever and ever and ever. But on the back, it's got this cool little story about it, and it says, Disney's Animators Collection, celebrating the heritage of classic Disney animation. These young renditions of your favorite Disney princesses were imagined and created under the guidance of Walt Disney Animation Studios' most renowned animators, bringing the characters to life in the most authentic way possible. And it kind of gives you a story about the guy who designed this one. And I just think she's the cutest little thing, and it was the best thing my husband surprised me with. But wasn't the best thing. The best thing was he surprised me on the way there that told me we were going to Six Flags Great America, which is about 45 minutes north of Chicago. And it is a huge amusement park, and I love like amusement parks and like roller coasters and stuff like that. Well, after spending part of the day at the mall, we got there and spent the rest of the day at the park, and we rode rides and stuff. And oh, I wish I would have had like one of those GoPro cameras to take with me on some of these rides. You guys went on some of these rides. One of them was called the X-Flight, which was this like suspension roller coaster thing that you, like, instead of you sitting on like a normal roller coaster seat, it's like a normal roller coaster seat, but it has no bottom, so your feet are kind of just dangling and you're kind of free-spirited. It was a really, really smooth roller coaster versus like normal roller coasters, which are kind of jerky and they jerk you around. This one was really super smooth, and it kind of just glided everywhere. And there was this one part of the track where like you came around this embankment, and there was like this big like radio control tower or whatever, and you like cocked to the side and like flew between the building, which was super weird, going like 50 miles an hour thinking you're gonna slam into the side of this thing. And then we like went around, did some other rides, and at the end of the night we went on the ride called the Superman, which I don't know if any of you guys know what this ride is or not, but this ride is super freaking creepy because you get on it, and it's kind of like the X-Flight where your feet are dangling and whatnot. And like when you get in, there's like a steel floor underneath you, so it helps you get in the chair, and then they lock you in and then they drop the floor. But right before you go, instead of you just going, all the seats go from you facing forward to you like cocked up like this. So you're facing the ground, and it is an experience. Like if you guys have a chance to go ride this ride sometime in your life, you gotta do it because it was crazy. Like, you're staring down on the ground and you're doing like, you have this idea of what a normal roller coaster is, and it's really similar to a normal roller coaster, but you're facing the ground at all times, so your like point of direction's all messed up, and you can't really see. Like if you look forward, you kind of gotta hurt your neck a little bit to look forward, but you kind of throws your direction off, and it does like a loop-de-loop. And when you do the loop-de-loop, you get like thrown backwards on your back, and it's a super weird feeling, and like, I don't know, it was really, really fun. And I enjoyed it because like there was one point in which we came down like this really steep embankment, and it felt like you were like 1.5 feet away from the ground, and you could stick your hand out and touch the ground. Super creepy feeling. Still liked it. It was pretty awesome. But we had also, when our car had came in the station, there's 2 cars at all times going in and out of the station, and the car in front of us had gotten loaded, and then they had done like rearranging. It was like the last ride of the night. The car in front of us was the last car to go for the night because the park had closed, and they were doing rearranging on the ride of people, and I'm not sure why they did it. No one got off the ride, no one chickened out or anything, but I don't really understand. But they're sitting here rearranging people and everything, but granted, our car is still sitting there waiting to come back in the station, and we're still facing the ground like this. We must have been sitting there for at least a minute or two, just kind of chilling and staring at the ground, and like blood rushing to my face and whatnot. Not a good experience. Kind of like, it didn't ruin the ride, but it kind of like one of those like, kind of just sat there chilling, staring at the ground for a while. Blood kind of rushed to my head. Ever did like the monkey bar thing where like you climb up on the monkey bars and you put like your legs on the monkey bars and you hang by your knees? That's what it felt like, except for like you couldn't control yourself and you couldn't get off the ride whether you wanted to or not. Finally the car left the station, we left, and we came into the station, and our car like flipped back to normal and whatnot, but still had a little bit of a headache, kind of dizzy for the rest of the day, but it was okay. So, but that's kind of what what we did in Chicago. Had a lot of fun. Rode the subway system and did all the normal stuff that we do down there, and kind of fun. It was, you know, we do it every year, but every year we try to do something a little bit different. We went to Millennium Park, which was super cool because they had this thing called the Cloud Gate, which looks like a big, like, silver metallic jelly beam that's reflective, so you can go up to it and, like, touch it and, like, see yourself in it and whatnot. That was really fun. Me and Jerry did some of that. And what else did we do? Oh, we walked from Millennium Park all the way up Michigan Avenue. We went to Dave & Buster's, which I got some, like, random stuff. I got a Batman cape while we were at Six Flags. That was pretty cool. We had a lot of fun. A lot of fun stuff that we did. Had a fun weekend. Glad I'm home. Not so much for just being home, but just kind of fun little break. Glad to be back. Glad to be going back into it. Glad to have the swing back and whatnot. And hopefully I'll be filming more videos for you guys. I know I got a couple reviews up my sleeve coming soon, I promise. So, but like always, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, follow me on Twitter, AdaSPerfume, Instagram, Among the Stars Perfume. Hit the button below, subscribe if you want to, thumbs up this video if you like. Also, comment below for requests of future videos, or also for just fun. Comment below if you live in a different country and what your favorite candy is that you think might be exclusive to your country. I love to hear, like, what you guys think. I personally love, like, sour candy. Just kind of like my favorite thing to see and eat and whatnot, but that's just me. So as always, guys, have a great day. Bye.